Public and private schools are calling for immigration and customs enforcement to get out of Seattle.
ICE protests continue in Washington state. Teenagers are also joining in. In Tacoma, more than 100 high school students walked out of class hoping to be part of a national conversation.
Hello, my name is Matteo, and this story is going to focus on the issues that are going on today, such as immigration policies and deportations that are going on. I made this video because I want to bring awareness towards the issues and events that are happening, and I want to inform the community of what rights they have when interacting with ICE, and what rights you have when it comes to protesting. I'm also going to give information on the process of a student-led protest that happened February 10th. I interviewed a few students on how that process worked, but first let's talk about what rights we have. Here are your rights when interacting with ICE. Don't open the door. Talk through the window or a closed door. ICE agents need a warrant signed by a judge to enter your home. You have the right to remain silent. Say out loud that you won't answer questions or sign anything without a lawyer. Don't consent to a search without a warrant. You don't have to let them search your house, car, or person unless they have a warrant to sign by a judge. If it's happening, let them know you're going to use your right to record and take photos, videos, and write down all the details. It's important to know your rights when you're protesting. If you're protesting on public streets, sidewalks, or parks, your rights are super strong there. You can speak out in other public spaces like plazas as long as you're not blocking access or interfering with space main purpose. The government can't shut you down if you're speaking on your own property or if you have the property's owner permission. If you're in a public space legally, you can photograph anything you see, including federal buildings and the police. The police can't take your photos or videos without a warrant, and they definitely can't delete anything. You're allowed to tell people what their legal rights are. Explaining rights isn't against the law. And remember, you always have the right to remain silent, especially when talking to the law enforcement. Use it if you're detained. Now let's go talk to a few students.
I'm Vivian Thatch. I'm an 11th grader here at Mount Tahoma, and I'm one of the organizers here for this protest.
Where do you get information on ICE and resources that can help?
I do my research on local organizations in my area, or I read off of official government websites, and I usually look for websites that source where they get their info from, because that tells me that their info is credible and accurate. I also make sure that the media I'm consuming is not based off of a biased news source.
My name's Andrea Estrada. I'm a senior at Mount Tahoma, and I'm kind of like an organizer and within the protest.
What are your biggest fears or concerns related to immigration enforcement in our community?
So like my biggest fears, I think right now is like, as we've seen immigration or ICE agents do like a lot of bad stuff. And I think my biggest fear is just like what they're gonna do to us and like community members around me. And like, I feel like already like going into like the situation we are right now, I think my parents have a lot of fears, like having to do stuff like going to the grocery store and buying groceries, going to get gas for them, going to like pay the light bill, just because they're too scared to go out and do stuff like that, because they're scared they're gonna get like arrested by the ICE agent.
What role do you think students can play in advocating for immigration rights?
I think students play a crucial role in advocating for immigration rights by organizing or pushing for policy changes that ensure a safer or more inclusive environment.
Yeah, so I think students can do a lot with their voice, like just like maybe like posting online and just getting educated on stuff that's going on. Because just by you knowing and acknowledging what's happening is a lot.
Can you describe the process of organizing this protest?
Yeah, the first process was to just connect with other students that are willing to help me organize. And from there, we just planned where it would be at, when, how it would be convenient for just the school itself, because the teachers and their lessons. And we also gathered all the supplies we would need, such as like things to make posters or vests or even like megaphones.
What were some of the biggest challenges you faced while organizing this protest, and how did you overcome them?
I think one of the biggest challenges by organizing this protest was just to emphasize that it is a peaceful protest, because I know that this is a really sensitive topic and it's very easy for this to get out of hand, out of just tone and attitude, and also just coming up with safety plans, because I would say that Lakewood has a lot of active ICE agents in our area, and we really want to avoid interfering with them or for them to even be threatening us. But I think we overcame that by just coming together as a school, informing one each other, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we're not doing. We work well as a community.
How did you ensure the safety and well-being of all participants during this protest?
We ensured safety by going over multiple safety protocols and what could possibly happen and how to prevent those issues. And we also came up with the idea that there'd be multiple organizers within this event that would be wearing orange or yellow suits to just guide the students on where to go and what not to do.
What is the specific goal or demand of this protest?
The specific demand of this protest was to bring awareness to immigration rights and for ICE to stop targeting individuals, whether or not they're immigrants or legal U.S. citizens.
Why is this issue personally important to you? How did you become involved with this cause or organization?
I've always been interested in organizing, and I think it's very important for Matahoma as a whole to just partake in it, because our school is so diverse and we have a lot of people that are willing to share their stories.
How has this issue affected you or your community personally? Was there a specific event that inspired you to organize this protest?
State of High School was definitely a big inspiration for this protest, and as well as other schools across the country that have participated in walkouts.
Are you guys ready?